Going Commando has some amazing weapons in it. One of the examples of the amazing weapons in this game is not the chopper. The chopper is a very memorable weapon in Going Commando, but as memorable as it may have been, it kind of sucked. So I decided to attempt to beat the entire game with only the chopper. The chopper is a weapon that goes on Ratchet's wrist, and it allows him to throw shuriken-like discs out of it and hit enemies at a range. The discs can hit multiple enemies at a time or the same enemy multiple times. Unfortunately, it gets outclassed with more powerful weapons later in the game, but for a starting weapon, it's not that bad. Real quick, guys, I want to thank you all for 300 subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I'm so happy you guys are enjoying my content. If we get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year, we will do a Ratchet-thon where I play every Ratchet and Clank game ever released on stream. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy the video. Now, back to the video. We start off on Aranos, and because we can't get the chopper until Uzla, we just decide to run through the level with the wrench. After fixing the transfluxor coil, we head to Uzla, where the chopper is unlocked in the shop. Unfortunately though, we are not able to purchase the chopper yet, so we have to go through the entirety of the planet with our wrench. Once we get to Maktar Nebula, we smash a couple more lamps, and then we have enough bolts to purchase the chopper, officially starting the challenge. We are able to get through this level with relative ease, and we head for the arena to hopefully not get the consolation prize. We then take out everybody's favorite gladiator by slicing and dicing and carving him into a mean dish. And with the electrolyzer 1, we open up a bridge and head to the jamming array. Destroying all 6 transponders unlocks
thing for ladies' undergarments.
But before the ladies' undergarments, we head to Endako and begin our pursuit to save Clank. The chopper is still powerful in this level, getting us through basically every enemy. The Thugs for Less boss wasn't an issue either, just dodge his missiles and he should go down in no time, which nets us our old swing shot and grind boots. We do a speedrun trick to skip most of Barlow, only allowing us to have to do the race, which obviously doesn't require the chopper. We then head through the swing shot path to get the Terminator. Oh, cool. I guess he had 2? I also learned an interesting fact. The ship doesn't check your Y-axis, so you can just get into the ship by being above or below it, which is very interesting to me. The enemies start to get a little harder on no-tac, but not by too much since we upgraded the chopper into the multi-star. Heading through the factory, we get to the gibberish robots, ask about the masked weirdo who is supposedly at Siberius. We head to Siberius, we slaughter the Snowdan, RIP, and head for the train ride to fight the boss. Clearing train after train, we make it to the fight with the thief and defeat them very quickly. Very quickly. After we return the protopet to Fizzwidget, he decides we deserve a reward. That reward is being ejected out of his ship. How kind. We end up in a tunnel where we use rock to break glass to get wrench to get rock to break glass, or something like that.
Use rock to break glass to get wrench to break glass to get rock. Ooh, I love logic puzzles.
We kill all the StarCraft Hydralisks in the den, and on our way out, we find out the insane plot twist that he is indeed actually a she.
Whoa, he's
a she. Obtaining the glider, we now have access to land and air. We clear the glider section and begin our hunt for 10 desert crystals. The floating dudes were a bit annoying to reach with the chopper, but possible. 10 crystals collected, we head to Mr. But before leaving, we stop by at Slim Cognito's to purchase the acid mod for the chopper. It's our only weapon, we might as well make it the best it can be. We then head to Dabo. On Dabo, the enemies are becoming a bit of a challenge, taking more discs to kill a single enemy. Ammo is getting tight because I don't want to use my wrench. I try to skip as many enemies as I can while I'm looking for ammo. We make it through and talk to the mathematician, who gives Clank a Viagra, and we use it to kick the Thugs for Less guy's ass again. We then head to the underground area where a tank waits for us. He did. Using the glider again, we head back just to get charged by the computers.
What? Now even the computers are charging us? That's it. This galaxy blows.
We head to Joba and enter the hoverbike race, stealing these boots from this guy.
Yeah, I'm just here for the bake sales.
Frickin' loser. Joba features the second and final arena area, so after we clear some troops and head up this spooky platform obstacle course, we head to the arena. These challenges were, well, actually pretty challenging. The spiders kept getting cheap shots on me, which resulted in my first death. Second attempt, we almost got knocked off the edge by a dang bull. After a close call with the bulls, we finally clear the first challenge. Now for the cage match.
I didn't sign up for a cage match.
This one took a few attempts because we kept running out of ammo and I don't want to use my wrench. We finally get an attempt where I had most of the enemies kill each other. Then once the meteors started arriving, I lured them into the meteors to give us the upper hand, which led to victory. Infiltrator in hand, we head to another ship mission. So we don't care, we're gonna skip it. On to Dano. We have an unfortunate wrench kill because my wrench decided to lock onto a squirrel and not the crates. We're gonna let that slide though, it was accidental. We hack our way above the dam. Since this is the chopper only, we stay clear of the path across the bridge as it only leads to the sheepinator. We head onwards past the force field and pass through the minefield of certain death. The enemies in this facility are annoying because they just keep spawning for what feels like forever. Then after that wave, there is another. Ammo is becoming a serious issue here. So we end up having to double back to the vendor just to proceed, which we never took out those tough robots during our minefield expedition. So on our way back from getting ammo, we barely make it back with 1 HP. With enough ammo, we do luckily clear them out and head to Boldon. On Boldon, we finish the mandatory levitator section, successfully dodging rush hour traffic. We skip the grind rail section and head straight for the gut of Silver City. Lucky for us, there's a nanotech expansion sitting around to heal us. The chopper is legitimately starting to become useless, now taking almost all of the ammo to kill a very small group of enemies. Not to mention the amount of hits we are taking because of this. The amount of strafing and dodging I had to do was insane. We end up getting killed trying to scale the side of a building. Turns out that's illegal. Anyways, we got sniped again and had to restart, then getting killed almost immediately after. We accidentally grabbed the ledge leading to our deaths. Ouch. After we finally cleared this section, the rest of the level wasn't that bad. We were able to get to the end of it, and what's our reward for clearing it, you may ask? We get freaking arrested. Say it again, Ratchet.
This galaxy blows.
Being arrested now, jail starts with a Clank mission. No one cares. He isn't a chopper, but he's nice enough to free Ratchet. The Ratchet section of this planet is very easy. All the enemies can just be skipped if you keep moving. Then once we get back to Ratchet again, we grab a new wrench and jump off the edge. That was not planned. We reunite with Clank, do a quick levitator section, and go on to save our cat girlfriend on Gorn. Yet another ship mission. Next! Next up is everybody's favorite planet, featuring everybody's favorite boss fight. And before you think this will be an exciting fight, chopper only, yeah, it's not possible. I tried. We have to fight him the normal way, which takes like 15 years. Now, I'll admit, getting to the boss was a pain. The enemies are abundant and the ammo is becoming scarce. But once we were at the boss fight, it was smooth sailing. Now it's time for Smold, which is the second hardest level in my opinion, right behind the obvious choice, Grelbin. The snakehead things on this planet have insane health and deal insane damage. Heading through the distribution center, we don't encounter too many issues until we get to the wall of supply crates. The smartest method is to take out one at a time so as not to get overwhelmed. Then once a path opens up, skip the rest. We get the cords to the worst planet and a piece of the Hypnomatic. That's one of 3. Now for the scary part. As a kid, and even now as an adult, I am terrified of flying objects and being in proximity of them. Touching one will make me cringe so bad I drop the controller. Don't even ask me how I get all the platinum bolts. Seriously, do not ask. Anyways, terrifying heights aside, we talk to this little shark dude and he overcharges the heck out of us for Damosel. Time for Grelbin. We run as fast as we can, collecting moonstones while evading the Yetis as much as we can. Like I said, as much as we can. Then head to the guy who can all of the sudden lift the rock. Not a coincidence.
For it is in this very moment that I am able to move the rock.
Gee, what a coincidence.
The mine portion of this level is very easy. We use the glider to get down to the ground level. I swear that was not intentional. We then murder some robots and hit a switch, which opens up more of the Yeti's home. Yay. My goal is basically to get 16 more moonstones without dying, so I do what I'm good at, running away like a coward. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, but it was the thought that counts. 16 moonstones later and several deaths, we get the second piece of the Hypnomatic and head to Damosel. We take the grind rail section first to secure the final Hypnomatic part.
Sorry.
We then head for the main portion of the city where the first major obstacle becomes this part. In this part, you have to take out every single protopet and they make like a million children every second. So with the limited amount of ammo we have to strategize how we're going to do this. Yeah, we tried this for about a half hour and decided it would be very, very difficult and extremely luck-based to get an attempt that would be successful before we ran out of ammo or died, whichever came first. Unfortunately, we decided to skip this level. We really didn't have any other choice. We could skip it by using a glitch on Grelbin that allows us to grab this ledge early to head to Angela's house, and she gives us the coordinates to the final level, Yeedil. Because we had to skip Damosel, we have to skip the Hypnomatic as well, which sucks. So we had to learn an on-the-fly speedrun strat that helps us through. So basically, this wall isn't very good at being a wall. We're able to just walk right up it and even climb it, which allows us to get onto this building, skipping the first Hypnomatic section. We then had a horde of enemies to fight and quickly found out that we were screwed because we don't have any means of getting ammo. We had no choice. We have to scale the mountain again, climbing the building and charge booting through several out of bounds areas instead, which gets us to the teleporter that gets us inside Megacorp HQ. Now, for anybody who hates speedrunning, don't worry. We are not using any more tricks from now on. The rest of the run will be 100% legit. The enemies in the facility are no joke if you fight them. Keyword, if you fight them. We run past as many of them as we can, but eventually we get to some enemies who must be killed, and they don't take too kindly to me avoiding their friends. This was by far the most challenging part of the game. This took me like 30 deaths to get right. Then this guy could tell I was upset, so he just soft locked me.
So unfortunately, because of this soft lock, I was angered and did not play the rest of the challenge until a further date. Because of that, I lost the footage and do not have the remaining half of the level prior to the Protopet fight. But I can definitely tell you that it was not actually as bad as the first half, because I actually have access to a nice checkpoint and the vendor. So it was a lot more manageable.
The final boss was a hassle, but to be honest, we have a lot of tricks up our sleeve to make it a lot easier. The main issue in phase 1 is when he spits out Protopets, it takes way too much ammo to take them all out. So to avoid this as much as possible, we wait for him to get to the ammo crate. Right as he is about to eat it, we break it. This messes with his cycle and starts it over again, when normally he would instead shoot out Protopets. This strat works all the way through phase 1. Phase 2 is surprisingly more manageable because when the Protopets spawn, the troopers that also spawn have the ability to kill them, which is exactly what we want. And if we end up wanting to kill the troopers, we can just have the big Protopet roll over them and kill them instantly. We also use a trick where we let the big Protopet eat the tractor beam bomb, which makes him spit out rockets. But we can use these rockets to actually walk around him and have him blow himself up, dealing damage to himself. And this actually gets us to the final phase. This one is a pain because it's an absolute bullet hell. There are bullets flying everywhere, and we have to dodge them while we wait for crates to spawn for more ammo for opportunities to attack him. After an hour of attempts and insane sheer luck, we throw out the final discs and end this wretched challenge. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, and we are so close to reaching that goal. If you have any awesome Ratchet and Clank challenge ideas that you would like to see, please leave them in the comments. I will consider doing them. And if you want to see another video about the most forgotten Ratchet and Clank game, hit the top video. Or if you want to see a Ratchet and Clank randomizer, hit the bottom video. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.